And now for a story that made us say, seriously? The Occupy Wall Street protest entered its third week today. What started as less than a dozen college students camping out in a park near the New York Stock Exchange is now hundreds of protesters, and it's spread to other cities. But what are they protesting? Nobody seems to know. So this afternoon, we went to Wall Street to find out. And despite what you heard, here's what I saw. It's not just a bunch of dancing hippies protesting. There are all kinds of people there. Babies, teachers, cheerleaders, Uncle Santa, and that. Seriously, it's a mixed bag, but they were happy to take some time from their books, banjos, bongos, sports drinks, catered lunch. Yeah, there was catered lunch. Designer yoga clothing. That's a Lululemon logo. Computers, lots of MacBooks, and phones to help us get to the bottom of it. This is unemployed software developer Dan. What do you do for a living?
I'm a software developer.
Software developer.
Yes.
So currently employed or unemployed?
Unemployed.
Unemployed.
Unemployed, we like to call it.
Unemployed.
It's called Occupy Wall Street.
So do you know that taxpayers actually made money on the Wall Street bailout?
I was not aware of that.
They did. They made, not on GM, but they did on the Wall Street part of the bailout.
Okay.
Does that make you feel any differently?
Well, I would have to do more research about it, but...
if I were right, it might.
Oh, sure.
Seriously? That's all it would take to put an end to the unrest. Well, as promised, we did go double-check the numbers on the bank bailout, and this is what we found. Yes, the bank bailouts made money for American taxpayers right now to the tune of $10 billion. Anticipated that it will be $20 billion. Those are seriously the numbers. And this was the big issue, so we solved it. In fact, the only reason we haven't made all the TARP money back is actually GM. But I don't see any protests in Detroit. It seems the only thing we all agree on is that the police, with the pepper spray and mass arrests, may have overstepped their bounds this weekend. Or do we agree on that?
Oh, good, that full cop is leaving. Or not cop, he's pretty nice.
Yeah. She would have been a lot worse.
Seriously. And by the way, to Dan, the very ardent software developer, he had a lovely MacBook, and when I asked him whether Apple II was part of the problem or a hero of the movement, he said, well, they've got good design, but they need to pay more taxes too. All right, next, the front five. The market drops. What's the risk of recession? Well, protests continued on Wall Street today, and the far left and the far right are all riled up. Oh, there's the guy. If you didn't see the show yesterday, we went to the Wall Street protest, and after an hour there, talking to several protesters, I said what I believe on this show, which is the mood was Tent City meets Woodstock, and I had admiration for some of the protesters. I also poked a little good-hearted fun at them, many of whom were dressed as clowns, playing bongo drums and dancing to folk music. Well, our story got to noted documentarian Michael Moore, who watched the show last night.
I just didn't understand that piece, you know, that new show. These companies, these banks, Goldman Sachs up here, they took billions and billions of dollars of citizens' money, and they asked us to pay for their crime. Thank you. And then we're supposed to feel okay because some of them have paid some of it back with interest. I mean, it just boggles the mind.
So Moore was upset, specifically because of this exchange between me and software developer Dan, who, when I asked him why he was there, said because taxpayers lost money on the bank bailout called TARP. What do you do for a living?
I'm a software developer.
Software developer.
Yes.
So currently employed or unemployed?
Unemployed.
Unemployed.
Unemployed, we like to call it.
Unemployed.
It's called Occupy Wall Street.
So do you know that taxpayers actually made money on the Wall Street bailout?
I was not aware of that.
They did. They made, not on GM, but they did on the Wall Street part of the bailout.
Okay.
Does that make you feel any differently?
Well, I would have to do more research about it, but...
if I were right, it might.
Oh, sure.
Okay, sure. That was sort of funny. But as I said last night, Dan was an earnest person, and he wanted facts. And the best thing we can all do is to have accurate information and then have serious conversations. Like right now, maybe you take me seriously, but... now, not so much. So, Michael Moore, come on, please, come out front. Let's have some fun. All right, still ahead on Out Front. I should take these off for the tease. The Michael Jackson trial and our outcast of the night.